Do yourself a solid and start with washed and blow dried hair. She wanted her part in the middle, so now we're just working on her leave out. When I do her leave out, I am not creating any corners. I'm rounding things off where I can, and then I'm also keeping in mind how much density I will lose when I do go into flat iron her hair. I'm using my hand as a test to see how well the hair will cover the wefts. So I'm putting it over my hand, I'm looking at the roots, and I'm kind of guesstimating. For the leave out on the edges, we're going to part vertically back, and we're going to do the same test using my hand. It doesn't fully need to cover your hand, but you'll be able to tell by how much it covers your hand how well it'll cover the wefts, especially if you're focusing on the roots. For our anchor braid, we're going to make it smaller than you think, and then we're also going to follow that U shape that we did for the leave out. This is what the anchor braid should look like. They should look something like this. After our anchor braids, we're going to go ahead and start on our beehive. We're going to make sure our cornrows aren't too big, but we're also going to make sure they're secure, but not to the point of like a headache, because we still have to sew on them. So secure enough that needle and thread can go in there and attach the weft securely, but not so secure that we are literally braiding braids. This is where I like to start my beehive, in the middle towards the back. Keep in mind that this is still an anchor braid, and this braid determines whether or not your install is going to be seamless, so don't make it too big. Don't be afraid to use braiding hair if you need it. The more secure, the better, but of course not super crazy tight. When you're braiding your corners, it's easy for you to kind of pull at them too much and cause unnecessary tension. So what you'll do is braid past the corner and then create the corner. Whenever you're able to, you're going to take the ends of the anchor braids and incorporate them into the braid down. When you're done braiding, you're going to figure out a way to place the end that's left over so it's not adding bulk to the install. Leave-in conditioner is optional, but I highly recommend. We're using two 16-inch wavy bundles from Blessed Be the Mane. The first bundle, I'm going to double it, but I'm not doubling all the way through. I'm doubling about half of the bundle, as you can see. I'm starting to sew near her ear just because that's my preference. And are using the flip over method, so I'm not cutting my tracks after every row, I'm just flipping them. So I'm splitting it into two, and I'm taking the bottom track all the way to the edge, flipping it over nice and secure, and then when I get maybe 3 cornrows away from the edges, that's when I combine it with that second track and then start doubling the tracks again. Here's a demonstration. As I get closer to her edges, I do drop the top track, leaving only the bottom track. I angle it upward, and then when I fold it backward, I look for a natural fold so that it folds seamlessly. I tack it down really well, and I don't pick up that second track to start doubling again until I'm about 3 cornrows away from her edges. So maybe like that 4th cornrow is where I pick up that second track. As you're sewing, you're going to sew not really left to right, but more so in the shape of a U. It's not a very deep U. You're just pretty much following the natural curvature of the head. When you get to about this point where my left hand is, the hand that's higher on her head, when you get to about that point, it'll be more so left to right. This is the second bundle and we are done doubling the weft, so I'm just going to single track this all the way through. Don't be afraid to cut your wefts. It's really in your best interest to do so. You're not going to cut too many either. It's only going to be like 3 pieces towards the top. So definitely cut those wefts because no matter how flat you flip that track, we're going to see it. So cut it. When you go to cut your wefts, you're going to cut right in front of your knot. You don't want to leave too much excess weft there. To prep her leave out, I'm going in with that same heat protectant that I just showed you, the IC Fantasia. And then I'm going in with my wax stick. This one is Bedhead. The wax stick is being applied to the roots and then also the ends. Don't go crazy with this because if you do, it's going to look so greasy. But if that does happen, just go in with some dry shampoo or some hairspray if you have it. Comb that through with a fine tooth comb and then grab your flexible hairspray. I'm using the Sebastian shaper. Comb that through again and now it's time to flat iron. The flat iron is on 450 degrees and we are going to take very thin slices and use the chase comb method because we want the best results. Don't be taking big chunks and then saying your hair don't get straight, okay? Because I'm watching you. You see how the hair is pulled back but we don't see any tracks? Yours should look something like this, seamless. This is the edge control I used. This is our finished results. She can pull her hair back into a ponytail, no tracks showing. Everybody not all up in her business and it's flat and it looks like it's hers and it is because she bought it, period.
Love it. So beautiful.
Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment and let me know how it goes if you try this or if you have any recommendations for future videos, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you again and I will talk to you soon.